Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Ryan from Tragedy Tales, and as you seem to enjoy the last list of 5, this week, yet again, I've dug through the internet to find some spine-tingling clips that will leave you on the edge of your seat. From natural disasters to freak, unavoidable accidents, this week, we've got the lot. So sit back, grab a drink, here are 5 more clips captured before horror. This video begins on January the 19th, 2022, in the village of Vyra, situated just south of St. Petersburg, in the Leningrad region of Russia. Now that cold Wednesday night, a 41-year-old lawyer by the name of Anna Uskova, who was from St. Petersburg, decided that she would participate in the yearly Epiphany tradition. The Epiphany tradition is a Christian tradition where believers dip themselves in water, believed to possess special healing properties. Anna decided that year she wanted to do it in the dangerous Ordesh River, located in the southwestern part of Leningrad. Now this river is dangerous due to its unusually high strength current. This river claims lives every year, including unsuspecting people during the summer season. Because Anna had been doing the Epiphany tradition on an annual basis for several years prior, it was something that she was very comfortable doing. That Wednesday night, despite the air temperature being around -5, Anna wore a black one-piece swimming suit and was seen crossing herself before jumping straight into a rectangular hole that had been cut out of the thick ice. Around the hole, there was no good light, no handrails, and no safety rope. On that same day, a safe ice hole was created in the Ordesh River by Vyra village. At that hole, they had rescuers, an ambulance, as well as a wooden frame and steps to help people in and out of the water. As soon as Anna submerged, she was quickly swept away by the river's intense current, disappearing into the dark waters below. Those on the surface quickly realized that something had gone terribly wrong. As her children wailed, Anna's husband desperately dove in to try and rescue her, but due to the murky water and muddy bottom, she was nowhere to be seen. Emergency services were called, and a rescue team that included divers was dispatched to the scene, but they too could not find her. In the following days, despite repeated searches by divers and state rescuers, nothing was found. Until 11 days later, volunteers with underwater drones located a body downstream. A kilometre away from the ice hole, her husband was called in, and it confirmed his worst nightmare. It was Anna. This was an absolutely avoidable tragedy, and a tragedy that left 2 kids without their mother. While Russian officials warned others against repeating her actions, Alexander Zoyev, head of the Emergency Rescue Service, criticized the placing of the ice hole at a point where the river had a strong current, and the fact that they were lacking any safety measures. These eerie clips were recorded in the town of Pamukova, situated near Istanbul, on the bright Sunday morning of December the 1st, 2022. On this fateful day, a 22-year-old by the name of Burcu Saglam, a beautician by profession, decided that she would take a training flight piloted by her friend, 54-year-old Hakan Kosal. Hakan had a single-engined personal aircraft, and Burcu, who hailed from Turkey, had recently faced many job rejections and sought solace in a joyous flight. After some preparation, in the afternoon, the plane took off. Burcu documented the scenic scenes all across her social media, capturing jaw-dropping landscapes and taking selfies in the cockpit. Eerily, her last photo was captioned by. Unfortunately, approximately 20 minutes after takeoff, at around 3:32 p.m, communication with the plane was abruptly cut off while they were flying at an altitude of around 4,000 feet. Tragically, the mangled wreckage of the aircraft was soon discovered in an empty parking lot by workers at a nearby gas plant. Hakan, the pilot, was found in the car park, having been ejected from the plane during the crash. He had succumbed to his injuries. However, Burcu was still in the aircraft. Her father, who was shocked to discover of her flight, was called in to identify her body, and only with the help of her jewelry were they able to. Upon reviewing the CCTV footage, investigators discovered that the plane had collided with a 380,000 volt power cable before tumbling to the ground. While officials' reasons for the crash considered fog as a possible cause, I don't see it visible in any of the footage whatsoever. And while the crash remains under investigation, the tragic loss of life is a reminder of the dangers in aviation. This haunting footage captures the tragic events that took place on the 8th of January 2022 in the city of Capiloto, situated in southwest Brazil. Although the sun was shining brightly that day, it had rained heavily in the preceding days, saturating the earth. The idyllic Furnace Lake, renowned for its breathtaking cliffs, caverns, and beautiful waterfalls, beckoned to locals and tourists alike. The canyons towered over the green waters, boasting walls that reached more than 20 meters in height. At around 12:30 p.m, what was meant to be a joyous outing turned into a nightmare. All of a sudden, rocks of all sizes began raining down on 4 tourist boats below, carrying approximately 70 to 100 people. The initial pebbles quickly escalated into bricks, and soon panic set in. Boats scrambled to try and move away from the cliff edges. The situation only grew worse as the entire cliff face crumbled and fell onto 3 of the boats below. Pandemonium broke out as people desperately tried to help those caught in the water. Sadly, the rockfall proved to be fatal, claiming the lives of 10 innocent people, leaving 32 injured. The Brazilian Navy launched an investigation into the tragic incident and concluded that the excessive rain caused the cliff collapse. It's hard to wrap my head around the idea of travelling at a mind-boggling speed of 500 miles per hour. But for Jesse Coombs, this was a routine experience. Born in South Dakota, Jesse had a huge passion for cars. After graduating from college in 1998, she pursued a career in the automotive and diesel industry. Her seriously impressive skills behind the wheel led her to set a woman's land speed record in 2013. And in 2016, she broke her own record and earned the nickname the fastest woman on 4 wheels. Jesse also co-hosted the popular Spike TV show Extreme 4x4 for over 90 episodes from 2005 to 2009. So Jesse exceeded exceptionally well at everything she decided she wanted to do. On August the 27th, 2019, Jesse aimed to break the land speed record of 512 miles per hour, set by Kitty O'Neill in 1976. In the Alvord Desert, in southeastern Oregon, she climbed into a 56-foot, 52,000 horsepower jet-powered car, named the North American Eagle Supersonic Challenger. Despite several previous failed attempts, Jesse was determined to make history that day. The video footage captured her driving at a breathtaking speed, leaving a plume of dust behind her. The footage then ends. However, seconds later, the car burst into flames. The crash was so severe that the vehicle was completely unrecognizable. Nothing could be done to save Jessie. After an investigation, it was revealed the front wheel assembly collapsed while Jessie was approaching a speed of 523 miles per hour. Despite the tragedy, it was discovered that Jessie had broken the record. The Guinness Book of World Records posthumously awarded her the title of the fastest woman on Earth, honouring her legacy as an accomplished race car driver and a pioneer in her field. This entry is a somber reminder that even the most amazing experiences can turn deadly in an instant. This tragic footage begins on the 26th of February 2013. That bright, beautiful morning, a group of 20 tourists gathered excitedly to experience a once-in-a-lifetime hot air balloon ride over the ancient temples and tombs of Luxor, Egypt. Due to Luxor's serene and picturesque atmosphere, hot air balloon rides are a very popular activity for visiting tourists. That morning, as the balloon started to inflate, the tourists climbed into the basket, pictured in these very photos. They can be seen smiling, eager to get going. Before long, they took off and the balloon soared gracefully into the air. Feeling the heat of the burners warming their faces, the tourists had the time of their lives, enjoying the view from above. And it was all going well until they came to land. As the balloon approached the ground, all of a sudden, a small fire burst out in the center of the balloon. Still 30 foot off the ground, the pilot and one tourist made a split-second decision to leap out of the basket, sustaining heavy injuries. Unfortunately, this is when things went from bad to worse. As the pair jumped out, the difference in weight, aided by a sudden wind gust, caused the balloon to skyrocket to 1,000 feet. Panic screams filled the air as 7 people jumped out of the basket. The others clung on for dear life. Within moments, the fire grew exponentially, and the balloon continued to gain altitude. At approximately 980 feet, this video was captured, showing the flaming balloon rising rapidly into the air, before violently exploding, sending it tumbling through the air, eventually landing in a sugarcane field below. Ambulances arrived on scene just 15 minutes later to find bodies strewn across the muddy field. Only the pilot and the first tourist who jumped survived, leaving 19 dead, turning this into Egypt's worst hot air balloon disaster ever. This horrifying incident sent shockwaves across Egypt and the world. They soon discovered that there was a leak in one of the balloon's gas tanks, which was the main cause of the fire. Now, 1 decade on from this tragedy, Egypt has worked hard to improve their safety standards and try to regain the trust of tourists. But, up to this very day, the balloon rides in Luxor have never fully recovered. May the victims in this crash and those involved in this video rest in peace. But that is the end of this one. Do let me know what you thought in the comments below. As always, if you're into list style content like this, don't forget to smash that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of my future content. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.